Hi, welcome back. And we're looking at the Law of Indices, multiplication law. So this is before when I was saying, how can we combine things that have different powers? Well, we can only do this if they're multiplied together and have the same base. Okay, so in here we have x to the m times by x to the n. So if they're the same x base, okay, we can just add their exponents or their indices. So we have x in the end, but we just have one of them, and then we just add the m in the end. Okay, so what this ends up looking like, though, is if we have this case down here, so a to the 4 times by a to the 5. So we can write this out as a times a times a times a times a, right? Then we broke up that first one, and then we can write a to the 5 as a times a times a times a times a times a. So at the end, well, what do we normally do? We have a times a, we get a squared, times by a, we're going to add another one, times by a, we're going to add another one. Well, we can just do that and write them out every time in this whole expression, or we can use the idea that we go a to the 4 plus 5 equals a to the 9. So that's what we're going to use to make our lives a lot easier when we go to multiply, because we know how to multiply by a scalar, but this is how we deal with our variables. So here we have x squared times by x to the 4. So check if the bases are the same. Yeah, they're both x. So apply the correct laws. Well, we have 2 plus 4. So really quickly, we just get x to the power of 6. Next, we have this one. Oh, well, these are numbers. Well, it doesn't matter. The same base is minus 3. So minus 3. And I put it in brackets because that means whatever the index is, it's going to apply to this negative as well. Right? So here we have minus 3, and we have 2 plus 3, so we get minus 3 to the power of 5. And lastly, we have something that's going to bridge into our next topic. Well, we have 2 times 3 is 6, x. Well, we have 3 plus 4, so we get 6x to the 7.